Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup by Smashcast TV. We have the second match of the first best of two of today between Mind's Eye and Wheelwreck while whistling. See, we are watching the ProDota Cup American version sponsored by XBet, who offers live betting on all ProDota Cup matches, offering the best odds and the highest payouts. Win with XBet, use bonus code BOUNTYX to deposit and get €100 free. That said, we are in game number 2. We'll destroy Mind's Eye in game number 1, getting a very secure win by the minute 27. And we'll see if they can do the same, still keeping up with their experimental lineups, or perhaps now going for something a bit more serious, as they know they have to secure those 2 points, unlike how they did with the Brazilian team Stars. We'll see what happens. Here, of course, on Smashcast TV and the official ProDota Cup channel, my name being DSwordfish, and joined as always by Vätte.
Hello everyone, and finally I'm really glad to see Derp gets a possibility, his signature hero, which everyone were afraid of in the previous season, his Shadow Shaman. Yet from side of a Mind's Eye there is an interesting opening, Sanking plus Tusk, and now it makes me a bit puzzled because I don't really see Tusk as a position 5, so most likely it's going to be Sanking offlane, I guess, and they will catch up with some kind of another position 5 hero, or it's going to be an aggressive dual lane, yet I'm questioning if it is that good. And Tide Hunter from side of a Wheelwreck while whistling.
That Tide thing, I mean, Shadow Shaman, like you said, is Darkroom's hero, and it's especially with something like Tide Hunter, who can actually take the off lane pretty easily and has a really good recovery mechanism by just utilizing the Ancients. So even if the off lane does not go too well for him, he's fine, somebody care. Shadow Shaman thus has much more freedom to gank, which is what he wants early game. But his low range, he should be able to gank the mid well. It also limits Mind's Eye's pool heroes a lot, as any mid laner that doesn't have a keep mechanism, Poker or Tinker, are really easy to pray. Shadow Shaman, then Sanking Tusk, I mean, it's a weird combination if you want to run a dual off lane, because it's not that effective. A lot of stuns, a lot of control. Counter despite Shadow Shaman. I'm assuming it's going to be a Sanking in the off lane. Maybe Tusk more of a roamer, Sanking just a passive off lane position, trying to get the mid game going more than. A little hard against a Tide though. A Tusk can be really useful against a Tide, but does if you try to initiate and beat the aggressive team, 500. Especially if you send everyone in. Hey, Tide, please.
What's quite interesting, if to compare both Sanking and Tide Hunters and offlaners, they got pretty good possibility to farm up a little bit later on in the game. Sanking farms fairly fast with his Sandstorm, especially if he levels it quite early, though Tide Hunter got an advantage of getting Ancient Greaves also, so stacking these would be quite neat, plus it is a Guardian Greaves potential builder, grants the possibility to 5-man for Wheelwreck while whistling. I wanted to say that, hey, maybe there is back in days, KVH Monkey King. Is it? What do you think about it? Are they running carry again?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. It could be position 4 Monkey King, but really, that build has not been that good anymore. H Monkey King did not work for them last time, though. I'd be a bit queasy running it. They did, I mean, they did run like 2 days. Experimenting. It's pretty good with Tide Hunter. Go for a combination of his magical damage with a stun in an area and a stun in a line. So you have essentially all bases covered in that regard.
Yeah,
and on top of that, you also have the zone output, both heroes, which is high ground.
Well, now they got a Keeper of a Light from side of a Mind's Eye, and going high ground is even more tricky for Wheelwreck while whistling, and I'm not sure how Monkey King is going to work. I haven't seen Madbank play Monkey as far as I remember, so I guess we're right about carrying Monkey King. And here comes the Queen of Pain for I Annihilate.
I mean, that Keeper, even if you don't play Monkey King as Madman, just to support being able to stop your ultimate, simple blinding light. In fact, your extra armor you get from your skin and your ultimate, that's nothing, and because the Malady can be really as you have monocoms in the early game. You can kill him really fast, but if Keeper is a good Keeper player, he's going to stay really far behind and it's fast. The chance of you being able to hit him with your anything is little to none, unless Keeper's in a bad position. So maybe we'll want to change their lineup a bit now, knowing that they see this Keeper pick. Run Monkey in a 4 just to safety. and run some kind of different carry. They did lose last time they played with Monkey King, despite how good King.
I would love to say that I would. I'm thinking about something kind of a Drow Ranger for Wilrek while whistling good with Tidehunter lineup, 5-man potential lineup, very strong lanes with Shadow Shaman plus Queen of Pain, Monkey King as an additional backup plan, but against Coddle, Tusk, and Sand King, who are either stopping you from moving until you get your Beekeeping or Manta style, plus delivering opponents something like Ursa or whoever right in your face with Tusk, Epicenter, maybe pretty tough task, I must say.
It does depend on what the last 2 picks for Mind's Eye are, and they have a lot of versatility right now because they have a pretty unorganized team fight. They don't need anything specific. Silencer's gonna be picked as position. Oh yeah, so it's that's really good against Queen of Pain, and
yep.
The Drow Ranger's not bad though against Silencers. If you can get the Gust in time, you can maybe stop his Global Silence. Position, even though he has a lot of pure damage, it's horrible against you. You usually out damage a Silencer as a Drow Ranger. You don't care if he steals too much of your intelligence because and your precision aura would add a lot of physical damage to Queen of Pain, which would allow her to be useful despite the Silencer. It would work out. I can see that working out, especially because Monkey King as a position or does secure you the lane a lot. That does secure you. That kind of Monkey. We'll see.
Yeah.
See what Mind's Eye decides to carry pick here. They do have the Drow. Oh, they were on the same mind wave as we were. Now their last pick. What would you like for a carry?
Oh, it's pretty tricky question because whoever this carry will be, he may suffer from a major lockdown, plus a lot of bursts. They got some lockdown with the Tusk and Sand King, so they need a decent right clicker from their side, yet there is no Ursa. Troll maybe got a decent armor. Mischance against both Quap and Monkey King may be decent. I haven't seen Troll for quite a while though, but with Silencer it may work out pretty nicely. And it feels like the Drow was baited out, and Venomancer comes from Mind's Eye, a little bit of a forgotten pick, which we haven't seen in a bit. Drow is not a popular pick for Wheel. They actually played it 3 times, and the last time was in 2014. But Mind's Eye secured the ban because Drow could have been quite deadly. Yet, question is, carry or position 4?
I want to run Monkey. Alright, that's position. It's way too much. Maybe running a Troll for Wheel is not. Get a bit of push.
Yeah.
Oh, would actually only for Monkey. Not too weak. You could also go for the something like a lifestealer with a Monkey.
And it's what is this actually? That's the question, because so Quap mid? No, offlane Quap in an aggressive.
Oh no, carry Monkey King. Offlane.
Well, experimenting all the way. If you started, do it completely. That's the mindset from Will. Well, experimenting in the group stage. Question is it wise or they're that confident in experimenting in this? Not in
last time they experimented, they lost. Could be as confident as they want. I don't care. It's just losing. I guess they have enough points past the next. I know. I don't want. I love experimental lineups, but lineup is not.
Well, we get a chance now for a Will to prove that we're wrong and casters don't understand anything in the proper Monkey King position 1.
Yeah, but last time they lost with this hero, so we're already right. Too late for that. You know, it's just that can Wheel now say maybe they're not too wrong, right? Maybe we're kind of right about it. I don't even hate the Monkey King as a 1. I think it's a pretty good pick. But here you're fighting against heroes with high agility gain, both Silencer, Venomancer, meaning strong against physical in general. A way to stop your stun really easily with a Tusk. A way to stop your ultimate with a Blinding Light. A lot of pure and magical damage, which stops your high armor gain as well. And a lot of ways to stop you while you're in the trees. Not particularly the best hero to... Even the Ice Shards is great against you. Like, there's a lot of skills to stop a Monkey King in general. So, it just doesn't seem to the game for it. Especially when you're running a Tide support. That hurts me more than a Monkey King. I don't care about the Monkey King. Tide support.
Yeah, but so they get a possibility to farm a bit with this Tidehunter support. Monkey King is pretty sustainable on his own. At least it feels like it. so probably things going to be well for them in this regard.
I mean, it really just depends on how. You're still sacrificing. It's more like last game we saw Mind's Eye having a decent lineup, except for part of the Invoke. You can see Wheel just perform much better. They do win. I would still agree that the Mind's Eye draft is better, regardless of what happens. But you might just because right now, for example, if your Mind's Eye model, you can punish the lane so hard. How weak is even with a Gush? Because Gush only really serves you in one lane, maybe in the mid lane to some degree. Punish it hard. And if they don't accomplish that in the laning phase, then it could be that Wheel snowballs and then just destroys them from there because they do have pretty strong carries. I mean, off lane. But again, they have really, like, Mind's Eye should just win the lane out of control. They could have a 2k win, 2k lead. They do play this.
Yeah, and there is no soul boost on the Shadow Fiend like we used to see previously, and Mind's Eye actually moving to the with the Clockwork, which was quite a bit, and KVH meanwhile on the bottom lane being trapped by Babaganush, and easy first blood for Frog, aggressive trialing from side of a Mind's Eye, and it feels like it was already lost. Will already gone for this kind of a greedy lineup again when they're having some kind of a jungler as a Tidehunter, yet he started out with a Gush. He doesn't have a Kraken Shell or anything. It feels like he will go down. Coddle is fairly fast, couple of hits away to finish him off, gushing him. Why is he turning? Actually, probably they were afraid of a Dorptop. Here comes the shards. Dorptop tries to run away. He got shackles, and it is one kind of a messy fight. Well, Clarity got lost on the Keeper of the Light, yet first blood still gone for the Mind's Eye. Tri-lane on a tri-lane, and it feels like tri-lane for Mind's Eye is much better than for Wheel.
See, this is what I meant with it. That was very sloppy. Not only were the Ice Shards wrong because two of the heroes were going to the Shadow Shaman, and then the Ice Shards were trying to kill a Tidehunter, but like you said, why was he turning? He could have gotten the kill, but he was afraid of the Shadow Shaman. But again, it would still be worth it to coddle for a Tidehunter to bring your position 5, position 4, especially a Tide doesn't have the best way to recover if you put a lot of pressure onto him. Good. But again, they're not on the same page, and very well. And Mad Meng is going to decide to now join this middle lane. What is this courier doing? That could have been a dead in time. Mad Meng is going to stay in the middle lane. I think just try to harass the Silencers back and with level 1 Gush is not that much of a
yeah, plus with minus armor from his side, Annihilate can harass Vladislav fairly easy with his right clicks, yet Silencer is more confident in terms of getting last hits now. Even though SF is top of the net worth, there are still plenty of last hits. 3 more last hits on Silencer.
Oh, right. They're very equal, okay. I was gonna say.
Oh.
Saying. And then they also use the Monkey King. They go on to Oscar, and Oscar is probably gonna die here. Mad Meng is not gonna die to Frog's damage. Okay, he comes back in, and Frog just kills him with one last attack. This keeps happening. I don't understand what's exact. I don't think neither the Tide nor the Coddle. They're so not used to this kind of matchup where you're playing Coddle against support Tide. They don't really know.
Yeah. I mean, he got a Caustic Finale on him, plus 30 HP. This is the case where you probably want to run away, especially when you're playing without Kraken Shell or anything. Well, but Mad Meng got no fear.
Died. So he should have had some fear there, but it was not even him. What surprises me again is that Frog once more plays defensively, not get the kill on the Tide immediately, and lets him go. If it wasn't because Mad Meng kind of messed up, like, oh, by the way, you missed your kill, and here you go. He let me commit suicide because I feel bad that you again missed your kill. That's does seem like Wheel at least are executing the draft. The Tide has been doing a pretty good job of just making sure that the lanes are going in their face. I mean, the fact that the Silencer has 15 lasses and Shadow Fiend has 16, that's completely in favor.
Even though there is a double damage on Silencer, but with Glaives of Wisdom, Tidehunter can't really come close. He's losing his HP fairly fast, and Silencer was some kind of a classic pickup against strength heroes, because he's dealing with them fairly good. And a classic dual lane on the bottom with a Sanking and Coddle. They're trying to pull it, yet it doesn't feel like it's going to be successful. Right. A little bit too early.
That's all that matters.
Oh, try Batu. Well, didn't work out.
Oh, good ice shards in the mid lane. He's been silenced, so the snowball's not even needed. Another kill onto the Shadow Fiend. Again, to be expected. As the silencer is just going to come into lane. And now in the bottom lane, we see a bit of a counter gank going to Shadow Shaman as well. They try to kill Derp, he uses the other shock, and he will go down, but at the expense of a Sanking. Now they want to kill off Frog. KVH is thirsty for his blood. Frog has nowhere to run at. Come on, Coddle, run, my beautiful steed. And KVH just can't reach his horse. Oh, the gush by Madming, proving us why the Tidehunter is so good. And he just finishes him off with the pure magic, or just simply with the magical damage. Pretty good fight for KVH.
Well, Shadow Fiend dropped back to his 15 souls. There is a regen rune, and there is a double damage, and plenty of useful runes of the Silencer, and Dusk seems much more successful in terms of ganking, and now Annihilate is forced to stand in the jungle, yet they know that Scary Tusk is on the top lane, and Derp is searching for his golden opportunity to finish off Vladislav. He's standing on half of an HP plus a Fairy Fire, but 3 level in coils. For Shadow Fiend, should be careful.
Annihilate, but yeah, their King Curse on, and Annihilate thought twice about that second shot. Usually just harass it, but not. Regardless, what I do like about it, mine's that they're doing really well, is the Cuddle and the Sanking are putting a lot of pressure in this bottom lane, and Tidehunter is not particularly the best hero in terms of can't put pressure onto a lane, then go and gank another one, much like Shadow Shaman would be able to. And Shadow Shaman against a Sanking Cuddle lane is a bit hard to play against. Both have pretty long range spells in general. That means that they're keeping the supports down in the bottom lane, and they're making sure the mid matchup is a 1 versus 1 or even a 1 versus 2 matchup, giving a lot of space to Silencer. The only issue though is that they're sacrificing a lot of farm with their Venomancer as a result, and Dota 2 is 23 lasts 12 lives versus carry being formless, only 50. Bottom lane, heavily, Barstrike can't be used in a second, and unfortunately, die before he can H. That would have been a great kill on him.
Well, Cuddle can't really defend his teammates unless he got his Blinding Light plus 0 points in Mana Leak, 2 points in the Illuminate, I guess, to harass KVH and prevent him from farming safely, plus a good bump with Sanking. Deny on Formless?
They... Oh, actually, I don't know what level Shadow... Level 2 Shadow.
Oh!
Wow, they didn't know it was level 2 Shadow Strike. That's why they tried to make him be the Tango. Thought he would survive.
And now Tango wasted from Venomancer. Oh man, and the death. That was so sad.
That was really. I like the hope they had, but okay. Regardless, it was really good ice shards by Baba Ganoush because he forced an offensive blink. Kansas, that was still a really good play. It's just that super play.
Meanwhile, Frog rotated to enemy jungle, tried to snatch the creeps away from Annihilate, give him a thought that they probably got a ward somewhere around to gank him successfully, yet he only helped him to get the last hits. And meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Oscar goes down once again. Well, what can I say? There is a Gush plus Monkey King with a lot of damage and Derp with plenty of lockdown. Not really you can do something like that. Meanwhile, Frog, he probably chose the wrong path. KVH in 3 seconds, bound the strike. Will they go for that kill? Meanwhile, Oscar tries to go for the Mad Knight. They're playing pretty greedy. Illuminate. Oh, bound the strike. Here comes the shards. Doesn't really help the Oscar, yet KVH keeps on trading hits. 3 is enough for Babaganush, so he backed off a bit. Illuminate was fairly close, and here comes the buff on KVH. He's healing up fairly a lot, but it's going to be a death of him. Even though he got 7 magic 1 charges, it's not really helping him, and he grants 2 additional challenges for Silencer. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Dota 2 gets a solo kill with the ult on for Formless. Derp. The train keeps on happening on the bottom lane. Great rotation for Fuzzy Sloth. And here it comes, the intelligence boost on Silencer. Always great. Question is what we will see on him as a second item. Something like Dragon Lance or Yule Scepter. Any ideas?
On
Silencer.
Silencer? Oh, Silencer. Yeah, forced that first, I think, going to the Temperature Hurricane by KVH. Careful, the Curse of Silence is hurting him. No, sorry, it's called Arcane Curse now. And now the last word as well. stuck in the old Dotas. And yeah, maybe Atos as well. Honestly, there's a lot of options, but first 4-staff Atos seems to be the most traditional options. But the Atos would be really good against the with going up top, going. I have this tower, but bottom lane, a lot of pressure. Doing a good job of stucking arm. Don't go somehow to recover. Have that option because picking up. Venomancer's fully as under.
Yeah, both carriers are getting not their best life. And it feels like KVH is a bit more successful and, well, actually not a bit. 1k gold more than the Formless. Formless get completely sacrificed by this to this Queen of Pain. She also goes for Veil of Discord, so fairly a lot of damage from side of a wheel. Magical damage. Tidehunter goes for Iron Talent, so time to catch up in all the farm he missed. Yet there are no ancient stacks. Well, only one on the bottom shrine. And how the things are going for Annihilate. So he's going to get his Dragon Lance, get a little bit more armor, plus HP. Well, not that bad of an item.
It's a really good item when you're up against. Know for a fact that balling because they also don't have commons. As stats though, like what's a good stats thing? Dragon Lance. It stops all the pure damage and magical damage you have. Well, not stops it. Get all 160 and more actually. Of course, you still get the extra damage. Go on some early. After all, you want to take advantage of the fact that your offlaner is dominating. Right? He's dominating again. Mind's Eye is playing a 4 Protect 1 lineup, and that lineup works decently in the late game when 5 versus 5 constantly. But in the early to mid game is not that kind of a really easy lineup, especially one in this game. Silence, quite easy. Top lanes, they have toppers. Playing Queen of Pain is playing. He's gonna be the second mid lane.
Yeah, no one is really punishing Dota. The 2+ there is a haste rune. It may be a kill on the Fuzzy Sloth, but Mad Nank is dropping fairly low. Burgess away his debuffs with the Kraken Shell, and here comes the assault on the Fuzzy Sloth. There is still an ult, it's being committed, they're trading hits, gosh. Oh, Dota the 2 needs to run away, yet he is staying for creeps. Yet Arcane Curse, is it max? Actually, Arcane Curse got 4 points in it, that's a lot of damage, I must admit.
I like that build against a... They both missed their attacks, but anyway, that build was really good against a Shadow Fiend because 3 Shadow Raises all count as individual instances. All count as a different spell. If you want to use a combo of raise, you'll get dealt a lot of damage by Arcane Curse. A whole penalty duration of extra 12 seconds. Oh, 300. Oh, Fuzzy Sloth fights against Annihilate. That's a global silence, but late Wrecking Assault actually came out. Fuzzy Sloth fighting 1v1, but he can't beat him. The Coddle can't help him in time, and the Burst Strike will only ensure the Shadow Fiend dies. But the Shadow Fiend actually gets the kill on the Silencer before that, meaning there's no intelligence loss. And of course, you still get that kill against the enemy mid, and you get the experience out of it. That was just completely beneficial.
It feels like he relied too much on their both supports, and they were too late. So Annihilate was like, so my enemy mid laner is tipping in front of the tower against the Shadow Fiend, and I'm casting ult, and he is not really minding this. That was pretty interesting. I don't know, what did he hope for? Probably he hoped to press global instantly, yeah? But I don't know, man.
Well, he got greedy. He used Arcane Curse first, and even the last word, and it's like, oh, now I global silence, but that came way too late. That was the issue there. He got really greedy. He could have been able to stop him.
Well, minus all tier 1s now for Mind's Eye. Now they got even less space to farm, and when you're playing against the Monkey King, Monkey Kill, hopefully he will get a kill eventually in the game with his vision, tree dance, he can jump around, get kills, and meanwhile Dota the 2 finishes off Tusk even without Sonic Wave. That's actually interesting. Queen of Pain is level 11. Whoa. And there was a kill on the frog.
And then this is what the beauty of getting an offlaner that does. Well, like, you have now 2 heroes that can create space. Monkey King and the Queen. Or the Shadow Fiend, so strategy works. Annihilator's completely recovered from a laning phase that didn't go so well for him. He can go for even better mid-game items. He actually not opt for Dragonlance first, but rather Link Dagger, which is a good idea, honestly, when you know that you have so much mobility on the Queen of Monkey King. And now Monkey King in the top lane going on for Oscar. They have vision, he does not, but he can stun him out. And not KVH gonna go farming instead. And KVH even went for the tanky Monkey King. Early Hooded Alliance, trying to prevent most of that venom.
You know what really scares me is the fact that Shadowfiend is already level 13. Silencer, who got a decent amount of kills, barely level 11. And Queen of Pain is out-leveling their mid laner. That's when you need to be pretty scared, I should say. Especially when you're losing your lanes. Like, they didn't even lose lanes, they lost all their space to farm, and this smoke probably is not that efficient. Got revealed by Monkey King. They probably know that someone is there. Should they go and try for shards or not?
I mean, this is a dangerous play to go against a Tidehunter with Ravage, but they can try it anyway. Oscar comes in, Global Silence, that's good. Alright, they stop the Ravage for now. The Tidehunter finally gets the Silence off, and with that, that's a Ravage perfectly. The stun as well. There's 4 people stunned there. Sonic Wave onto 3, and Fuzzy Sloth, the last target to die here in this engagement. Wheel recover completely. Tide dies here probably too. No, because it's only Poison Nova, so he's gonna survive as well. Everyone survives on Wheel, and they get 2 kills plus a kill on the side.
Wow, that was actually my heart stopped for a little bit. Yet KVH will go for a kill on the frog. It feels like I annihilate. Yep. Bye-bye, frog. -4. -4, yet no more outs from side of Wheel, so probably they can't stand for tier 2 push. But they got a lot of farm in this fight. All their cores are on the top of a net worth. And it feels like Formless is going to be punished on top lane. Shadow Shaman and Dota 2 going there. Yet there's a defensive Plague Ward, so maybe he won't suffer that much. Dota 2 jumping on him. Here comes the Veil of Discord, yet Formless is too close to his tower. And Dota 2 doesn't have that much of a mana pool. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they could have gone on a KVH, and here comes the attempt. Shards. Oh, they will finish him off. Yet Epicenter got cancelled. It feels like he's tipping away. Will he be able to do that? Will he be able to survive? That's a disaster for Mind's Eye. Epicenter got cancelled, but by what?
Snowball.
But the snowball. Oh, that's a huge miscommunication from side of a Mind's Eye.
I don't think that was. I think they didn't know that happened. I don't think they knew that. That's it. I don't know. That was because the Epicenter was casted for like a whole second, and then the snowball came. I don't think he knew. Some spells like that don't. I don't know.
Yeah, but just imagine if it was a thing. So you you start cast Epicenter and you're securing.
Oh no,
that
I know
with
it'd be ridiculous. I know what's happening, but it seems like there was way too much time between.
Yeah.
Regardless, that was a huge mistake. They could have killed the Monkey King. And at one point, it was also, I think KVH noticed, he's like, wait, I can just E, right? They don't have enough. Good job, KVH. They keep up their lead. AK, and these are the things we were talking about. Whole drafting phase. Even though Wheel maybe has a more experimental, not draft, they have 10 times better their execution. All this in a draft to their strengths. Even if it is a draft that might have weird strengths, working. Play it. Mind's Eye has not been all. In fact, they've been relegated. They've left their Venomancer into like almost a support position, which is okay with a Venomancer in some games, but in this game, when you have a Silencer and as you, it's not best because he's not going to create space for you to farm. However, you also have a good amount of team fight, but they haven't been forcing those teams, haven't been giving Caudle any space to get those items, which is really important on a Caudle when you're losing by so much because you need towers, and you also have 0 points in Mana Leak, which is also weird considering at this what stage of the game you're in. You might want to stop the Shadow Fiend or the Quap for doing want Mana Leak or something done because it's really relying way too. Let's see if this works out. Engagement. Mind. Cover Snow. In, but that's only as Tusk with the ball that grab the Sank. He's in, man. In. Doesn't have enough Ravage, but we'll have it with the Soul Ring soon enough, and in Burrow Strike now with the epicenter. This time it's not going to be cancelled. Now the global signs as well. They catch out the 2 heroes they wanted. And this Shadow Shaman's going to die first. Madman uses the Ravage, but a bit too late. In comes Annihilate with the Wrecking of Souls. Destroys the Tusk and also the Sand King. But that's all they did. Madman going to survive this damage from the Poison Nova with his Hood of Defiance. The Silencer dies to the 2 cores. And in comes KVH wanting to kill Frog. And of course triggering that Jingu Mastery. They can't trigger. They don't actually need it. Foreman's going to try to TP in the middle of so much damage. And he's not going to complete it in time. That's a 5-man wipe for Wheel. What a bait. Baited.
No Poison Nova, no Global Silence, no Epicenter. There is nothing to defend high ground with. Well, there is a Cuddle still, so probably Wheel will go for 2 kills on tier 2s. Well, Shrine Uppers. Yeah. And then back off. Amazing, amazing what is going on. This Tidehunter presses 1 button and basically wins the fight. Why do you need to invent a bicycle when you can press Ravage and win? Yeah. Why do you need to come up with something new? But what's really funny, Wheel reminds me of the Virtus Pro challenge, but like in its mini form. Like they were playing with the different heroes all the time, and you were questioning, how the hell is that working out? How are they even winning? And the same goes for Wheel now. They try to get a kill on the Madman, yet there is an angry Melon, gets his friends, and finishes off poor Baba Ganoush. They're coming up with some kind of an experimental course or position or supports. Oh, here comes the initiation. Buyback from Tusk is going to be a big fight. At least Madman will be sacrificed here. It doesn't feel like they're going to save him here because the snowball on Annihilate. Madman most likely will die to the poison thing. KVH in a dangerous position. What are you doing here? It feels like to ask, yet he's been finished off by the Illuminate. And is it the throw we were talking about? Double Boar Strike, yet there is no Epicenter. Dead Derp trade for Oscar. Madman still fighting even though he was on a 90 HP yet. Finally he is finished off. Beautiful ult by a Queen of Pain. Yet he needs to run away even though he got a double damage. He's keep on trading with the Fuzzy Slope. That was too late. It feels like he still got 1 bottle charge. Will he survive this? Yeah, well, Poison Sting won't be enough. And -5 with a buyback. Dieback from the Tusk. And both cores were surviving. Well, Madman was living for too long. I buried him like in the very beginning of the fight when he got jumped on. But that's a tough melon, I might say.
Well, I mean, you asked, is this the throw we're looking for? It wasn't, because their Mind's Eye decided to do this exact thing. They again went with a Coddle in a terrible position, trying to kill Tide really quickly. They'd really underestimated the power of a Queen of Pain and of a Shadow General, who was both pretty high health. They again concentrated on killing their core, being the Monkey King, and forgot completely about the other 2, who are much more relevant right now in the game in terms of damage, especially looking at the net worth. They might not know this, of course, because they don't know how much net worth they have, but KVH just doesn't deal enough damage compared to Queen of Pain or Shadow Fiend, who are destroying this team. It's just these kind of mistakes that it seems almost like more than they're surprised by the draft. It's obvious that their plays against Tidehunter, for example, constantly not only going at him as the first target, which is a really bad idea in general, but the amount of times that they've global silenced or done something to Madman to prevent that Ravage and still hit him so that the Kraken Shell would trigger and then he would use the Ravage anyway and then he would counter initiate is kind of ridiculous. Mind's Eye has been having a lot of trouble fighting against this hero because they haven't used the silencer against him. And now finally he's stuck. That's a really good Ice Shards. Let's see if they can kill him off this time. The Ravage might just come out though. Madman stunned out again. Walrus Punch as well. The Ravage comes out anyway, and here is the counter initiation. Where's the rest of his team? The Sonic Wave's not available just yet. Todola 2 doesn't have enough damage. Madman will die. Global Silence as well, so they can fight this with the Epicenter catching out the Shadow Shaman and the Burst Strike as well, but he does not find the Queen of Pain, and with this, the Shadow Fiend is nowhere to be seen. No counter initiation like all those other times. Mind's Eye got what they wanted this time.
Yeah, probably. I felt that Tidehunter and Madman really wanted to survive there, but maybe it was wiser to save up the Ravage. They know that there is no ult on. There was no ult available on Dota 2, so they couldn't deal enough damage to finish off all 5 from side of a Mind's Eye. So if he would have saved it up a bit, it feels like they would have a decent 5 at around tier 1 or tier 2 if Mind's Eye will keep on. But still, he hoped, and his hopes shattered in pieces. That happens.
They're also joining him, but no Ravage, so he's kind of useless. Mana Leak onto Derp. He can't really do much. Oscar's the objective first. Wrecking of Souls ready. They're just baiting them out. Madman as well, using that Hood of Defiance. The Burrow Strike to save Oscar, but he's stuck in the trees. Shadow Strike will just finish him off in the end. The Snowball, meanwhile, finds the Shadow Shaman. Walrus Punch to bring it in the air, but the Ice Shards were not successful, and Derp will survive this as the 2 supports the enemy. Or no, sorry, the offlaner support die. And I don't know. I don't think that outage was that bad for Mad Meng, but it's just that he did not. It was miscommunication with his team. He thought that the Shadow Fiend and the Monkey King would come in. Down the top lane. Goodbye, KVH. I mean, they started out with Mono League, but where's the Shadow Fiend coming in? He has a Blink Dagger as well, so he's just going in with the Wrecking of Souls. He does want to fight this. Wrecking of Souls ready, and out it goes onto the Venomancer. He's the objective. Formless will lose his form in the shape of a dead body, and Fuzzy Sloth coming in with a last word, only silencing Shadow Fiend. Absolutely nothing, because he just can't kill.
That was actually a pretty interesting interaction, at least for me, with the Blinding Light and Monkey King, because I guess he drops out of the tree with a pretty long stun, only if it's going to be destroyed. But with the Blinding Light, technically he's still off the tree, so he should have been stunned, no? Okay.
It does take you out of your ultimate and stuff like that. It does take you off
I know. But technically, like... it is off. Well, I guess it depends only on the tree destroying, so...
Yeah, exactly, that's... So how the game is coded... how the game is coded, if you just... The game does not wait for the Monkey King to come. It just... be under you, which is like a designated tree, is destroyed. Whatever reason. There's, which is why if you actually destroy the tree you're jumping to, a jump or something, trying to jump, stunning, hold down. A weird interaction. Anyway, Formless is coming in against Annihilate. Veil Discord used, but the BKB's ready. Oh, where's your Blade Mail? That's hurting him quite a lot. That was a really good pickup here. Formless finally loses a Blade Mail, and Shadow Fiend starts hitting. Global Silence already been committed here. It goes against Frog. He's already killed one of the supports. Sorry, the carry actually ends up to kill the other one. Now Monkey King, KVH fighting against two, just trying to get some space for Annihilate for the Hunter to come in with a Ravage. Finally, they do so, and they do kill the Silencer. Now the Tusk. They have a Sonic Wave ready. No, but they don't actually need it. They have enough damage regardless. The Gush is available. Fuzzy Sloth has no way to prevent this, and with an offensive force step. No, that was just a Annihilate just playing around there, but they could kill the Silencer. That's a team wipe in the end. Second team wipe against Mind's Eye. Good job, Wheel. You're getting the kills you want.
Yeah, stun from KVH was pretty close to grant him an ability to snatch Aegis, yet fingers of Fuzzy Sloth were faster, and also they used advantage of the fact that they saw that Dota 2 is on the bottom lane. He won't be able to join that fast. They saw that there is no TP on him. He got a kill, but lost Roche instead. At least they got the Roche gold. Should be grateful at least for that.
Yeah.
Next item is Radiance.
For who?
What? For Queen of Pain.
Yeah, them all the magical death. The mischance actually. Radiance is one of those items that you don't really think. Mischance, but against Silencer has no.
So what is it going to be? It's going to be a spell Lifesteal Talent plus Octocore plus Radiance?
It already has. Wait. It already has Octocore. How would you not finish? Pretty sure he has a soul boost.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get that far in the game. If I'm on, unless they start losing. It does seem like it's gonna, which does work. It's better than the Blade Mail build, and since you're winning by so much, your net worth is so much above the enemy. Or especially when you're a team like Mind's Eye who needs damage, you're already taking a lot of that away with Radiance. Down the bottom lane, by the way, I think the Sankey just wants to die. He just blinks away, like, oh no, I need to get away from KVH. He's just following me through. Eventually, I've just...
Yeah, Will needs to take their time now, wait for Ravage, secure these kind of things. Mech is up finally on minute 26 on Tidehunter. Probably a lot of people will say that Mech on minute 26 isn't really valuable. Well, I guess when you're having some kind of a long fights, and they are pretty long, Mech can be a decent pickup. Yet with the Sand King just camping on the bottom lane, securing the Radiant creeps, yeah, lane control creeps are simply not reaching the enemy high ground, so probably they should try another lane. Your princess is in another castle, Mario.
Oh, the mechanism is certainly useful. I disagree. I think it is useful, but I'm gonna go for Garden Grease. Just a kind of stepping stone. Okay, that guard. Now the armor gives you that kind of stuff. Healing is... actually, since you're winning by so much, it might just be useful. It's mainly for the... What I'm interested in, though, is is Derp. Again, goes for the Helm of the Dominator. I don't know if that's his challenge. Build Helm of the Dominator and everything. Working.
Well, here's a huge Helm of Dominator lava. Meanwhile, they're going on a Mad Bang that could have been a lucky call for them.
The snakes almost actually blocks Mad Ming. There's a global silence. He dispels it. Ravage immediately. And he may able to survive this just with the snakes as well. Where are the snakes hitting though? They don't kill off the tusk. In fact, it's going to be Derp sacrificing himself for his teammate. Is it going to be worth it? Uses the shackles last second. Doesn't really do much. Finally comes Dota the 2. Wants to kill Formless. And goes the Shadow Fiend. BKB activated. Requiem of Souls. And that's Coddle will survive it with a really timely Glimmer Cape. They actually can't finish him off in time. Meanwhile, Oscar, the next objective, is going to be attacked by Annihilate. But Annihilate just can't get the kill onto Sanking just yet. One last blink to finish him off. Oscar within the trees. Attacks the tower. Annihilate, you don't want to go there. And Baba Ganoush Warriors punched him away. They want to kill the Shadow Fiend, but he's way too tanky. The last Shadow Rays will finish him off. The Epicenter's committed. He's lost the Hurricane Pike. He baited everything. Even that Burst Strike is not successful in the end. That Sanking will die, but at the expense of a really expensive Shadow Fiend. However, Sonic Wave is still available, and they end up getting the kill on the Venomancer. And they can now push this tower. Even without the Shadow Fiend, they have it.
Yeah, with Queen of Pain, probably they can do that, yet they're pretty low on the HP, and they're scared of Keeper of the Light. Stone Hero got his Spirit form, so it's a bit more scary. He also got for Helm of Dominator. Well, I guess he was looking at the Derp and thought like, huh, this this item is nice. Maybe I should do that too. Well, what's the purpose of this Helm of Dominator? Get another Hadouken? Get a Satire for more sustain or something else? Something like a Purge Creep?
Maybe the Dire Wolf, right? Oh, it's... Especially with the...
No. There is a Dominator on Couple.
Oh, Coddle. Sorry. Yes, you stumped me. That question is... I mean, the aura is... Hey, I can't see it. I don't see why. Not many creeps I want. Hadouken, maybe? But still, I wouldn't see the Dominator above getting half of your Ags. Half of your Ags. That Ags is so useful for defending the high ground, especially when you already wasted some of your gold on a Glimmer Cape. Even a 4-step would have been better, as someone loves Coddle. The 4-step with a Mono Leak would have been very useful. Regardless, Derp. Out silence.
And KVH just watched his teammate die. He was like, I'm very sorry, but not that much I can do about it, friend. Well, sometimes you need to see your friends die. That's the reality of Dota. Just let him die and let it go. Well, for the Keeper of the Light, we started this discussion, questioned what he summoned, and there is a Satire, actually, with Hadouken from his side.
It's the best thing to defend high.
Yeah, but Aghanim's is better, as we already mentioned before.
I agree entirely, right? I still don't see them. Maybe the extra HP regen is... You have to consider.
But Tranquils...
No, not for you. For...
Well, yeah.
I don't think Coddle really needs it. I gotta admit though, Frog has not been giving me the vibe of I am a con. It's because of his unorthodox build. The fact that he was way too... Like, his build seems like he's adapting to the game as it goes. By the fact that he's gotten 3 points in Illuminate and then started maxing Mark. Oh, by the way, his positioning on the Coddle has not been good in either. In the positioning by Derp's Shadow Shaman, so much better. Maybe just experimenting.
Yeah, why not? Why not try experimenting? Meanwhile, there are 2 heroes from side of a Mind's Eye. They could have gone for a kill on KVH, yet there are 2 other lanes being pressured. They're hoping for Frog and Fazzislov to push out this. And they're putting 3 heroes bottom, securing at least 1 lane, not getting creeps yet. Madman losing a lot of mana, but he finished his Guardian Greaves. Well, any fancy items, which we can see. Radiance finished on Queen of Pain and finished Octacore. No buyback, but they get plenty of towers, and let's be honest, Mind's Eye don't look like that kind of a lineup which will take towers insanely fast. Yes.
That's a good snowball, but KVH still wants to fight. Ravage used, and also they're stacking their stuns. That was not too good, but doesn't matter as they can still get those kills. Walrus Punch does absolutely nothing. Mama Ganoush will lose his life first. Mad Bang now falling against Formless. The Burrows trying to stop him, and the Epicenter is being charged. KVH is ready. Even Fuzzy Sloth joins the team fight, and they want to go into KVH. That's the objective, but KVH starts killing up with his Jingle Mastery. He does the ultimate, but they get silenced last second. So with the global silence, he can't even use it. He's going to lose his life here as Oscar is being decimated by this Shadow Fiend, and with those orbs, he's going to end up dying. Derp on the top lane keeps on pushing. The Queen of Pain walks into the enemy base and wants to kill Frog. The objective is completed as Dota the 2 gets the kill into the enemy support, and those Serpent Wards keep hitting this tower. This poor Shadow Shaman now being stunned by the Burrow Strike goes onto Formless though as Dota the 2 wants to get rid of this Venomancer. Will do so in time, and now just blinks away happily. Those racks are not going to go down, but at least the tier 3 will be taken by the Shadow Shaman. Annihilate taking the tier 3 down bottom as well, increasing the net worth difference to 30k. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. Oscar gave it a shot to try to get Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, they get chased away. Dota the 2 bought so much time for Annihilate actually finishing off tier 3, exposing Raxus, and now it's what? Wait a second, Mad Bang, what are you doing here? There is a one angry Titanic Hunter being chased down. He's trapped in there. He's trapped in creeps, trapped in shots, trapped in everything, and he is losing his intelligence.
Oh.
Yeah, well, will he be able to run away? Nah, I don't believe so. And then additional 2 intelligence comes for what? This Tide Hunter. He lived for too long, and with that, he was like, okay, Annihilate, there is a plan. I throw myself at them. They're being like, oh, that's an easy kill for us, and you're attacking Raxus. And -2 Raxus on the bottom, meanwhile.
I don't know, that Tide Hunter play. Question when you're winning by this much. Maybe Mad Bang was having lag. Oh no, that's a sign of this.
No, he's dead for 45, so what's the
point?
point?
Right. But he has buyback, you know. What if you can? No, obviously, I mean you're winning by a lot. I guess just it's orthodox to wait. Gonna keep on pushing. You see, by the way, Annihilate is, I believe that's a Satanic. That's gonna get. There's no way they can kill him. Give him Aegis, and you have like 3 lives on you on top of already having a lot.
Yeah, and 3 HP plus 18 armor. That's quite a lot. It's hard to finish off this siege tower, who is actually fighting back. Oh, they baited on the poor creep. Oh, that was a bad interaction. It feels like probably they will gonna regret it.
He's been slowed down. They have a lot of damage. Also to dispel the Shadow Strike, but in also Sonic Wave. Oh, prevented by the Global Silence. Actually, they can go on to Annihilate. They're trying to use the Requiem of Souls. Will do it in time. The Epicenter did absolutely nothing to the Queen of Pain, who blinked in time. And KBH now fighting against Fuzzy Sloth, but he's against 3. He's not going to survive it. The Snowball came way too late. And in the end, Dota the 2 goes into Frog, wants to finish him off with the Radiance. He actually has enough damage. Oscar trying to stun her out. Meanwhile, this poor Tusk has been killed in the backlines. And the Queen of Pain fighting against 2 alone. She is healing so much thanks to that Radiance and destroying. Meanwhile, as well, the Sanking already dies. Dota the 2 comes in onto the poor Coddle, and the last man to die will be Formless. But as the Heat dies, the GG is called. Venomancer will survive, but Mind's Eye will not, and they will lose as best of 2-0. While Wheel Wreck while whistling, literally wrecks them while whistling a nice tune as they go for the experimental lineup, and it works wonders for them.
It was a pretty decent lineup, even though we didn't believe in a carry Monkey King. True carries were Annihilate plus Dota the 2. That was just another, some kind of a supporting monkey who just created space and later on gone for something like a Maelstrom. Yet, they created space, Dota the 2 got a lot of farm, a lot of kills, and Will were unstoppable.
Well, we're going to be back with the next game of the day between the guys of Wolf versus Snake Wings. That is going to in an hour. So while we wait, we'll put some tunes. Hope you've enjoyed this match for the ProDota Cup in America. Sponsored Expert. And hope you've enjoyed the casting as per usual. So my name is DSwordfish. I'm here with Vätte Dota. Feel free at DSwordfish, Vätte Dota. Remember that the replay is also put on YouTube. If you follow us on Twitter, both of us, you'll have. Where's the replay? There. Time. wreck. And we will be coming back with game number 2 of the day, the second of ends shortly. Hope you wait, guys.